Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. So I'm still working on my paper pumpkin video and I'm working on my last video for November. It should air, let me see what I wrote down, November 26th. I try to do a video once a week and I air them on Saturdays. So this is number 8 for October's 2022. Ho, ho, ho. We're doing 3 cards, same layout, but simple changes. And we're using our Stampin' Up! Supplies from our Ho, ho, ho paper pumpkin. So before we get started, this is my Christmas card exchange for 2022. You email me your address at aliceseraphin1969@gmail.com by November 25th, 2022. And I will email you back a list of participants for November 28th, 2022. And the only rule is it must be a handmade card. And the difference between an exchange and a swap is an exchange you are mailing directly to each participant. In a swap, you mail all of yours to one person and they mail them back. This is a great way to flood other crafters with your handmade cards and receive some back. And I love getting mail. And you get them altered. You never know when they're going to come up. It's just a great holiday, a wonderful way to share what we love with others. I'm trying to get a piece of Scotch tape off my glass mat. So, and then I want to share with you this. The Silverdale United Christmas Market is going to be going on. I am going to be there with a whole bunch of stuff that I have made. So it is, does it say yes, November 11th and 12th from 10 to 4. So if you are in the area, come on down and say hi to me, would you? I would love that. So I'm going to set that aside. This is the flyer for Paper Pumpkin. This is the projects that you could have created if you did them as directions. This is the flyer for next month's Paper Pumpkin, which is called From the North Pole, and I am so excited about it. I just love it. And these were the add-on kits, and this is the little bag right here. I did a video on using them, and I got tons to use. So let me put those aside. I'm going to show you a sneak peek. November 26th video is going to be on this card using the Perched in a Tree bundle. And that's the inside. We're using some retired paper in this one. This was, oh my goodness, I just had it out and now I'm going to forget it. It was a celebration paper, which was an all-season one. It's called Rings of Love. I should have known it by the inside. We're going to be using some other paper. This is my sample. I think it's lovely, and I love this there. And I used a paper pumpkin stamp set in this. So that's my sneak peek for that one. I won't be always able to do those, but I was with this one. So what are we using from our paper pumpkin kit? We are going to use all 3 of these card bases, okay? And we're going to do, like I said, a little something different. We are also using, for the inside of our cards, we're using this from the Very Best Occasions. And this is, this is in the mini. It says, with a little more sparkle and a little less stress, let's make this Christmas the very best. And I need that right now. So what else are we using? We are using the Specialty Vellum paper, which has taken a hike on me. Oh, there it is. It's the Snowflake 12 by 12 Specialty Vellum. You'll see in a minute what we're doing. So let's see, let's start off with the first one. So that's my last one. The first one, yes, and I'm going to show you a trick with some letters. I have some old letters from when I used to scrapbook. I have a little bin, little embroidery floss thing filled with letters. Don't know where I cut them out of, but can't even find the die set. They had to be out of a die. Anyways, And they're blue, white, and black, and I don't have all of them, but I'm going to show you how we're going to use those in a minute. So let's get started. First, we are using this. It's got like these felt little snowflakes on it. And we're going to be using this element. It's the only one I have. The others are going to be different. And I went ahead and on, making sure, yes, this is the one. On a piece of cherry cobbler, as this strip here is cherry cobbler, I went ahead, stamped in Versamark, sprinkled it with silver embossing powder, and did my sentiment from the inside. And I used a green Stampin' Write marker. Actually, it's called Glorious Green. It's a very old one. I'm surprised it was still in there. I thought it was Shaded Spruce. Nope, it wasn't. But it works just the same. So first we're going to start off and we are going to color our vellum. And we're going to color it with one of the colors in the kit, this gorgeous Bermuda Bay, which is becoming a very well-used color in my Stampin' Up! Blending brush. Now, you want to do color vellum on the opposite side, so we flipped it over, and I have this piece is going to get cut down, so never mind. This was cut for another card and I didn't like it, so but it's perfect for this. So we're going to color all of our vellum, and we're using 2 different vellums here. Let me turn it this way now. All right, and then we're going to trim it down. And I don't know why I would bother even closing that up, because we're going to need it. So you can't really tell until you put it on the card, and then you can see it. If you put it on, if you hold it like this, you can't tell, but if you put it down, you can. So we need to trim it to this measurement, which the measurement of this is 3 by 1 by 5.5. Of course it is. Okay, so we are going to trim this down now. This is at 5 1/4, so it needs to be at 3. That I'll probably stick in my paper pumpkin box supply and see what I can come up with. Now, how are we going to adhere this? That's the question, right? So we're going to use dimensionals here. So let's get those out, and then we will put glue dots on the back of that puppy. As soon as I find, you think you got it all together when you start this, and I always am missing something. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to stick these right in the centers. That one, once it's, that one that works too. I mean, you're going on here whether you like it or not. So there's another one. Back flying. Onto the ground it goes. I will sweep it up right after this video, because otherwise it will drive me bonkers. Okay. And I'm just go ahead and put the rest down there. I can get them all at one time. Today is just one of them days, Okay. So now we are going to stick this onto our vellum. There we have it. Ooh, I like it so much. Okay, so now that we can see where our things are, we need to add some glue dots to adhere this down to our cardstock. So I'm going to put a glue dot right where each of those dimensionals are. And then you're going to see this gorgeous lettering that I did using silver embossing powder. And I'm going to show you how I did it. And with the magic of not television anymore, magic of it being a video, I have some already done. But I'm going to show you how I did it. For a minute there, I thought I had the glue dot on me. Because, boy, these things are really sticking to me. Okay. So, them. I will be honest, I may not have as many videos up and going in December. I'm going to try to get them done, but I have surgery to remove some cancer, and I won't know, and I have that on the 21st of November. They're removing a tumor, and they're going to remove some lymph nodes, all that good stuff, and then they will tell me if I need chemo. So, not trying to worry about that stuff right now. So, next, wait till you see it, okay? This kit came with the words joy. I got plans for those. And I came up with my own joy. Look at that. I love it. Okay, I'll show you theirs. I love them. This is their joy. This is mine. And then these are actually buttons. There's 2 little holes. I'll show you. I got them at Walmart. There's a hole here. And there's a hole here. But I am sticking that in the middle of joy. And I just absolutely love this. Along with, I'm going to put some more rhinestones on it. So let's glue these down. And you can see they were blue. Not sure what color blue, just some kind of blue. It's not Night of Navy. It's not quite navy. It's just some, I'm telling you, these are super old. They've been in my, and this glue does not want to work. And I need this little glue bottle. It's got something stuck in there. Okay, let's see if I can get it going now. Or I'll grab another bottle. Goodness knows, I've got 4 of them over here. Come on. There we go. Ooh, big. I need to fill them up. They work better when they have more glue in them, and they're quite depleted. So I'm going to put this glue on all of them. Start with my O. Center that in the center square type deal there. Next, you can do your Y, your J. It's up to you. Come on. Gonna take it a minute to adhere, I think. It's not going to vellum. I just want it to stick to all the paper it can. Maybe I don't have enough on that side. And there's the J. We're going to be using, I pulled out all I had. See, this Y is not cooperating. Maybe because my fingers were very inky with Versamark on the back. It just needed some more adhesive. Alright. Next, this needs a glue dot to go down. So we're going to grab one here. Stick it to the back of that. And, okay. The Y is going to get glue dotted. It does not want to work for me. It's going to stay down. It's got to be all the Versamark on the back of it. So I'm just rolling up a glue dot. That worked. I'm going to grab another one. These are big glue dots. Not the normal ones they usually give you in a paper pumpkin. So I'm rolling it up there. And then we're going to get this adhered down. And it doesn't even want to. There. But this is going to take tear tape, as vellum is a stubborn little type of paper. It does not like adhesives very well, not liquid anyways. So I'm gonna give it a nice little rubbing. going to lift it off with my handy dandy little needle. Oops, if I can get it to adhere to the vellum and the ink on it. There we go. Nope. Still not wanting to go to play nice. You just need to get a little bit started and the rest will follow. Sticking to me and not what I want it to stick to. Come on. I could have used a glue dot, yes. Well, I could have used a lot of things, but there we go. Now it's going to go down. Hopefully I don't have that trouble on all 3 of these cards. So there is our first card. And this is going on the inside. That little mark is from me testing the green to see if it would work. And it was like, oh, that's okay. That will work. And I like that pop of cherry cobbler on the inside. So that is card number 1. Card number 2. So I'm going to set that one aside. Card number 2 is here. And this time I did the inside on just a scrap piece of white. This time we're using this vellum. It's in the Snowflake vellum package. I thought we would change it up. And we're using this. And I'm going to show you how I cut this down in a minute on the next card. So let's get this one colored. And we're going to do the same process. Some of that Bermuda Bay here. And I have so much on my blending brush already. I'm probably not going to need much. All right. There we have it. Set that aside. And we are going to do the same thing. We are going to put some dimensionals on here again. So there's one. We're going to skip every other one because I'm running low here. And put one up there. And let's see. We're going to need one down there. One there. This time we're going to go there, there, and there. And this is going to stick to our vellum for us. That one needs to come off, and this one. You can see I was trying this as a stencil on a project. I did not like it. Doesn't mean it won't look good on something. It's just not on what I was trying to go for. That was a flyer from my grandson's school. I was like, oh, I can use that. We want to get it lined up. Maybe I should start it this way. There we go. Now it's on there. Yuck, look at that. It's like a little windows looking outside at the snow. So this now is going to go here. And you can see there's a bit there that is, if you do not get it all the way centered, you can always take some snips. These are not my good ones. Or just cut it a little. I'm going to trim this one down a bit because it's sticking out just a hair and it's not going to show, so I'm not worried about cutting it crooked. I just don't want it to show through because no one's going to see that side. So I think it's beautiful. I love it. And you know what would be pretty on here is I have some pool party ribbon that I opened. I never used it. But I think this actually will go really pretty on it now that I'm thinking of it. Ooh. We could do 1, 2, 3 little sections of it. Let's see for a minute. You know, I just can't keep myself from doing things. And I am going to show you how I changed my letters. Do I want that on there? I don't know why I do this to myself, y'all, but I can't help it. Or I could do it straight down. We could do 2 strips. No, we're going to leave the pool party alone. Just me and my mind going crazy. So we're going to go ahead and use some more. And this time it's got to be at the top and the bottom, because otherwise it will show. Maybe not with this particular vellum and design. I just don't want any of the tape to show. Maybe I just didn't rub it well enough. It seems to be coming up just fine. So there we have it. Now we're going to get it centered over this. Yes. So what I did with this one is I was mimicking this piece. Okay, that's why, because I wanted to do 3 cards the same way, just a little changes in them. This has the white snowflakes with little felt. This has those little holographic ones. And on these, should I just go ahead? We'll see. We'll see if this works. Put a good amount of glue. We're going to start with our joy, our O here. Where's my other letters? Oh, I was like, oh my gosh, I lost them. So. Sometimes it just needs a minute to sit. Okay. And that stubborn Y, you can see I even have the silver embossing pattern all over the back. Gonna add some more. Just want to make sure it's gonna get well and adhered down. And the Y is gonna come here. And we have our gorgeous snowflake. To set this off. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I did my letters. And you're going to think, oh my gosh, that's so easy, because it is. There's my snowflake. My button, that you can hardly tell it's a button. So that's card number 2. And let me show you. I'm going to bring in my Versamark, my coffee filter I use for it. Where is the up there? I'm like, where's the embossing powder? Duh, it's right there. So what I did, took my Versamark. Mine isn't very pretty. It's very old and very well loved and used. I took my letter. This is how I got Versamark all over the back. Tapped it in there really well. Stuck it on my tissue. Doused it in embossing powder. Then I used my reverse tweezers here and barely picked it up. Now give me a second, okay? You're gonna hear my embossing gun going, but it doesn't reach over there, so give me a second. There is our Y. Okay, we're not going to be using this one. You've already seen the others, and I'm going to have to do the rest of the letters off camera. Just wanted to show you that because I have a different technique for using letters, coloring them, that I want to share with you. So the letters Joy that we are going to be using for this one are these 3 white ones that were in my box of tricks, my little thing. And I am simply taking my brush tip of my Bermuda Bay Dark. And yes, we are doing, ooh. We are just coloring this. No technique to this, just coloring it. So set that one aside, do the J. Maybe, if I can get it to stay down there. Okay, and our O. Now you can buy chipboard letters at Walmart that are in, you know, gold holographic ones. I've shown those. I do have some. I'm saving them for a project, but that is our Joy, and that's the letters we're going to use for our next card. Now there's no Bermuda Bay on this card. Ooh, I forgot to put my sentiment on the inside. This one, you can see we did the Bermuda Bay. Not sure why those J's don't look so Bermuda Bay, but that's what we're using. And I'm drawing it from, this is an envelope. That's the front of the envelope. This is the inside. And I'm going to show you how we cut down our piece that was like this. So what I did is I came in here and I cut right down the middle. Actually, I used my trimmer, and that's because I could see better. So let's get this in. It just lines up nicely in this trimmer. So there you have it. Now I have 2 pieces I'm going to use for another card, but I need to come over. It's not going to quite be 3. I wanted to take a sliver because this is a little wider, so I lined it up. This is the cutting right here. There's this line right here is where I lined it up. And I just trimmed that little hair off. Now we're going to bring in, well, I might as well just use this one. We are using this print. I can't make it do stripes that way because it just won't fit. So I'm going to do it this way. And I don't need the trimmer. I'm just going to mark with the pencil and then get it on the guillotine. So just holding it on here like so. Gonna put a pencil mark here and one here, and then I'm gonna cut on the guillotine. It is 2 and 16ths. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 16ths is what it looks like. But I'm going to take it halfway between 7/8 and trim off just that little bit more, just so nothing is showing. And I'm going to do the same thing. So now I have these strips left. And this one we can glue directly to it. There doesn't need to be any dimensionals. I would love to know which one of these you guys like the most. I love the button detail on them, and they're just a little different. So now I'm going to put these two together by standing them up. And this card, do I want it to be flat or do I want it raised? We might as well raise it up, right? We did all the others the same way. So I'm going to cut and cut, 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 and use these side bits. If I can get them off, that is. So I'm going to stick one in the center there. This piece in the center. That piece right there. That should do it. Ain't gonna have nothing on it to make it fuss. So just a little different. We could actually do this card. You know what? We can do it this way. I like that idea. Where's my letters? So this is Joy. And we're going to do it reversed. Just got to figure out where my placement is on these. Look at that. Love it. Okay. I like it. All right. You know what we could do is, since we're going to dye this ribbon with the Bermuda Bay. Yes, we are. Okay. Now I can use the ribbon. We're going to take this ribbon. Take our Bermuda Bay blend. You can use a marker, you can use the ink pad. I am just going to color it like so. Tie it all in. Not sure how much I'm going to need. I usually do about 13 inches, so right here, let's see. Oh yeah, gonna need more than 13 apparently if I wanna, but we're not. We are going to tie it, bring it together with a glue dot, and then make a bow. So I will tell you how many inches. So this is 12 inches, and then I've got to do enough to do a bow. Yikes. So first let's get this ribbon on. We're going to put the bow off to the side right here. So that's where I'm going to put my glue dots. I'm going to have one here. And I'm going to do another one right on top of that one. And then I'm going to give them a little pinch once I get them together. And I'll show you what I mean by a little pinch. Ah, come on. Don't be there. All right. So now I'm going to give them a little squeeze together. Just like so, because that, I want them pinched, like when you do make a bow, I want them pinched there. So I'm going to bring my bow maker in for this card. First, we're going to figure out, I should know these measurements, but I don't. So I'm just wrapping it around. Okay, so this tells me for the bow is about 9 inches. So we're going to take this now. This one actually might be my favorite. Who knows? Then I'm going to bring that bow maker back in a second. There we go. As I got Bermuda Bay all over my hands. So here is my handy dandy bow maker my wonderful husband made for me. And ooh, like this already. I like the sparkle of this. Oh, I'm gonna have to dye this some more with different colors. I'm having too much fun. A ribbon. I love this sparkle ribbon. Oh, the fact that I can dye it, oh, just wonderful. Okay, I'm going to cut it straight. So I'm just holding both of them together. Now it's nice and straight, and we're going to need another glue dot. I'm going to stick that one right there. I'm going to stick my pretty little bow we just made. Oh, so pretty. Okay, now we're going to do our letters. And they are just going to get glued down. So there's our O. Looks like here's the Y. And here is the J. And we can't forget our snowflake button. Ooh, so pretty. With a glue dot to adhere it down. And then we're going to stick our sentiment inside the card. Stay down there, Jay. Oh. Okay, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. And the sparkle Bermuda Bay ties it all into the inside. This one's definitely my favorite, y'all. Okay, so here's the first one. We have to get it. And this one I did on white. Yeah, this was a scratch piece I had sitting on my desk, and it was white on one side, and I used it. You never know what you can find. Okay, so let's put these down, and y'all can take a look at this project. And not bad for 3 cards. So there we go. This is using the Snowflake Specialty Vellum, both types, and we colored the back side with Bermuda Bay ink. This one is my favorite. That's using the envelope. We dyed that pool party ribbon that I didn't think I would ever use. Now it's like, I'm going to dye this a whole bunch. I'm going to sit here and dye a whole bunch of it. I'm going to try, oh, just love it. Can't wait to play with something else for Paper Pumpkin and use that again with the Bermuda Bay marker to color that up. So if you guys like this video, would you let me know? And hey, I got a question for you guys. Do you want to, like some people, you see them on videos, you see them talking to you, and then they flip their camera around. I'm okay with not doing that. But if that is something you would prefer, would you let me know? I just love sharing with you what I create. And it's not that I don't want to show you my face or anything. It's just like, I never think of it. I think of getting on here and showing you a project, and I try to get it under 30 minutes. This one has gone over. But anyways, would you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this? Make a comment if you have time. I do respond to all of them. If you are looking for a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator, but I don't have to be. I am here to share with you, and I hope you come back and visit my Wonderland. Bye-bye now.